it's Angie. I hope you guys are all doing great today. I am so excited, so excited. I'm finally here. I finally got 95% of my orders from Nashville Nashville Market for 2025, and I'm excited to show you everything that I got. So I did go through my packages just because I ordered the fabric and floss for most projects, and it was all kind of jingle jangle, all mixed together, and I wanted to get everything, I wanted to put everything together per project, so I could show you, you know, the floss, the fabric, the pattern, everything. So without further, and then of course I had to start something, you know, I had to start something. So without further ado, let's get started. So also, disclaimer, a couple of the items I'm about to show you are not Nashville Market items for this year, but they were things that were in my 1-2-3 stitch cart that I decided to go ahead and order at the same time. So I apologize for that. And I think I know which ones they are. I think there's only 3, and I think I know which they are. So I'll be sure to tell you which ones are not market purchases. So couple of things I am going to do. I kind of shot myself in the foot. Being new to Flosstube, I did a bad thing, and I didn't take any still pictures of my progress from my previous Flosstube to show you the comparison to where I'm at on those projects now. So I am going to do a regular Flosstube, hopefully right after I do this video. And going forward, I am going to take a still picture of my progress today so that next time I work on that, I can show you, you know, the difference in what I've done. But when I show you today, you're not going to be able to tell the difference, but that's okay. I have been really busy stitching. I've got a lot of fun things going, so I'm excited to show you all of my progress with that. And I'll talk some more in my other video about, you know, just what's going on with me and stuff like that. I got kind of a hectic week going on. I've had a hectic couple weeks, but I'll talk about that more. But just a couple personal things. Yes, I colored my hair, not because I was trying to get rid of the gray, because I really don't mind the gray. I kind of wish my hair would just go all gray, but I was getting these really ugly, like, brassy ends, and I didn't like those. So I dyed it just to get rid of the brassy ends. So that's what that's all about. And then I also got new glasses. So tell me what you think. Do you like the new glasses, or do you like the old glasses better? Jeff likes the old glasses. I like the new glasses. I can see better with the new glasses, but all right. That's all that matters to me, I guess. Okay, we're going to start with some smalls. I have recently decided I had never done a Mill Hill kit. And I had one that I had gotten on a de-stash table at a retreat years ago. And I'm doing it for my dad. It's a garage one. It's an older kit. And so I thought I would, I was having so much fun doing that, I got some of the new Mill Hill kits from Market. So this first one I got is from the Spring Bouquet collection, and it's called Folk Art, and it's almost, no, I guess it's a lot of white, but that's what that looks like. That's a brand new one, and it's super cute. It has the it has a treasure bead in it. Let me show you. And it also has a magnet. So it has this heart bead. It's kind of rhinestoney heart that goes, where does it go? Oh, it goes down there. So that's really cute. I thought that would be a fun one for Easter, and it comes with a magnet so you can turn it into a, you know, refrigerator magnet or whatever. Hope I didn't just lose the magnet in my little dilly-dallying around here and plopping it out of the, I might have just lost the magnet. Well, that was silly. It's got to be here somewhere, right? Okay. The next one I got is this one by, it's a Laurel Birch. It's called Moonside Cat. And I wonder if anybody else likes this, because I inadvertently ordered 2 of these. So I'm going to do a little giveaway. If anybody would like this, go ahead and leave a comment in the comments section of this video. You do have to be a subscriber to my channel in order to win, and I will do a random comment picker. Let's say a week from today. Today is Tuesday the 9th, not Tuesday. Well, I know Friday is the 11th. Let's just say I'll do it Thursday the 17th. That would be better for me because I've got some stuff going on. Thursday the 17th. What I found interesting about this one, and just as a warning, I was thinking that the paper was going to be like this mottled dark deep blue. No, it's not. It's this green. So this is basically a full coverage. Not basically, it is. It's a total full coverage. And it has really cute beads too. No treasures though. That's okay. It has a red, blue, clear, and like a purple and a gold. So, and those are the flosses that go with it. So it's gonna be bright and happy and fun. I think I'm gonna do this one for my daughter Maddie. She's a big cat lover. But like I said, I ordered 2 on accident. So if you would like one, comment. Okay, the next one I got is also a spring series, and it's from the Buttons and Beads collection, and it's called Fairy House. And that's what that one looks like. And I really liked this one because, like many people right now, I'm super into mushrooms. And this one does have a treasure, and it's that mushroom treasure, and it's right there. And I thought he was just so darn cute. And I love the shades of the beads that are included in this one. Just those natural colors, especially these ones here, what do we gotta call it? Like a rose quartz kind of color, and the pewter. Very, very pretty colors on the beads on that one. This one's also full coverage, so I mean, even though they're small, they're still, that's still quite a bit not quite a bit, but I think that's why I'm enjoying it so much, because you can get it done fairly quick. So this is the last Mill Hill kit that I got, and this is also a Buttons and Beads collection, and it's from the Winter series, and it's called Feather Tree. And it also has the treasure. It has a star treasure there. And these are the beads for that. And I like this because it has the bicones for the candles. See, the candles are going to be those bicones, which I think is going to look really cool. And I also like the gold. They've got the goldy gold. I don't know where those are going to go. In the ornaments, I think. Okay, that's it for the Mill Hills. Now, I did get a couple of ink circles. Ink Circle Designs had a couple of, market patterns that I went ahead and got the pattern and kitted it all up, and I've even put exactly 7 stitches in this one. So this is the first one that I got. It's called Sewing Bird. Isn't that phenomenal with the spools of thread? I just love that. And the mourning doves. Well, I think that's what they are. They look like mourning doves to me. But I think that that's so pretty. And this calls for, and I'm using the called for thread and the called for fabric, which was a 30 count parchment by Weeks Dye Works. And that's what this is. And like I said, I've put 7 stitches in. so far. And it also calls for Classic Colorworks in these luscious colors. I'm a big fan. I like Classic Colorworks, but that's what the flosses are going to look like. Whoops, sorry, I wanted to lay that on the fabric there so you could see what they're going to look like on there all together. And as that. Isn't that pretty? Just so pretty. I really like this one. This one's going to be for me. I'm going to keep this one for me. This Iringo Emerald color of Classic Colorworks. I think this is a newer color. It might have even been. You can kind of see when I shimmer it that it's definitely, at times it looks greeny green, and at times it looks very emeraldy blue green. It's a very, very pretty color. These are all pretty colors. I also really like this color, the Cinnamon Toast. It's got a lot more variegation in it. But I really like that color as well. Oh, I wanted to show you too. So I have been using, to hold my excess fabric, I've been using these teeny tiny little hair clips. And I thought, well, man, they make bigger ones than that. That would work a lot better. So I love these. I ordered these. These are just those, you know, hair clips. And they work so nice to hold my extra fabric. I really am enjoying those. Just ordered them on Amazon. I don't know why I'm telling you that. You probably wondered why I have a hair clip stuck to my project. Okay, my other ink circles that I got that I know I think a lot of people got is the Forest for the Trees, which I also absolutely love, and I also absolutely think I'm going to keep this one for myself. This also is Classic Colorworks flosses. And so basically it's all greens, brown and a beige, and then the one red. Which, when you look at the picture, it doesn't look like that, does it? This also has that Iringo Emerald color in it, which I like so much for the other one. Now, the model was stitched on a 32 count Atypical linen by Mystic Fibers. 123 Stitch didn't have that in stock. If you look closely at that fabric, can you see that it has some like pink modeling and like maybe grayish blue modeling to it? So I found I'm pretty happy about my, is this the right? Yeah, it is. I'm pretty happy about the fabric that I found to replace it with. This is Picture This Plus 32 count Heroic linen. And could I have done any better? It's got the pink and the blue and the beige. I think this side of it's got a little bit too much modeling. I'll probably use this end because it's a little bit more subdued. But I think that's going to look fabulous on there. Fabulous, fabulous. So excited about that one. So I've got that all ready to go. So yeah, I think I did good with my fabric conversion on that. Because I'm usually, you know, I'm hit or miss with that. And with me, I'm usually a miss. And I hit that one out of the park with choosing, especially doing it online, you know, and not having it in my fat little hands. Now, this next one I need an opinion on. This is a Teresa Kogut. Now, I did not know this. I love Teresa Kogut. I did not know this, but she's from Otisville, Michigan, which is a hop, skip, and a jump from my house. Like, we're practically neighbors. This one is called Folk Art Garden. I've been really into the folk art stuff lately. And I love the colors on this, and I think this is going to look fantastical in my back room, which is kind of kind of this kind of mood, let me say, you know, kind of this kind of mood. And I really also like this booklet and the way that this pattern is written. It's nice and big, nice and clear. Now I'm using Weeks Dye Works called for flosses, and they are these fabulous colors, fabuloso colors. And I started this because I also had to make a fabric substitution with this. She recommended, or the model was stitched on a slate. Oh no, 36 count old taffet. Oh, but she says in here the model was stitched on black. So basically stitched on black. I didn't want to do black. I wanted to go more of a gray, more of a slate. So I got this. I want to tell you exactly what it is. Hold on. It's down here. It is a it's magical. It's a 36 count magical gray linen. And unfortunately, on the tag from 123 Stitch, it doesn't list the manufacturer, or the, you know, I think it's just a Zweigart, or whatever. It's not a hand dyed. It's just a stock color or whatever. But it's called Magical Gray. Now my question is this. Let me hold this behind here so you can get a good, so you don't have that light. Does that green, this is why I started this one, because I was a little concerned with this green right here. Does that green too light, now keep in mind that I've got a light shining, is that green too light for this gray fabric? Yes or no? Help me out. So I'm just a little, I guess when I see it from this distance and on camera, it doesn't look that bad, and it's, you know, it's pretty obvious, but when I'm looking at it up close, it really kind of blends in. But like I say, with the light, it's really showing up nicely. But when I'm looking at it, when I'm working on it, it looks, it kind of blends in, and I'm afraid that, I don't know. I just don't want to get too far, because I don't love working on 32 count, even though my optometrist changed my reader prescription for my bifocals to make it a little bit stronger for me for doing my stitching, so I won't have to switch back and forth to readers when I stitch. I'm still not great with 36 count and higher. I just can't see it all that well. And also I don't love stitching with one strand. I really like more of a full look, but it's definitely, especially with the weeks, it's too much to put 2 strands in a 36 count. In my opinion, I'm never going to craft shame. If you want to put 5 strands through a 36 count, be my guest, but personally I think it's too much. But so that's that one, Teresa Kogut. My next one is for my mama. I'm going to be doing this one. Oh, good, my packing slip. I can see. That way I can tell you. Things. This one is by Summerhouse Stitchworks. It's called The Corner of Corn and Beans. Isn't that just cute? It's just so cute. Now, to give you a little background, my mom lives on a farm out in the middle of nowhere. Just literally on the corner of corn and beans is where my mom lives. And she just redid her kitchen, and I thought that this would be so cute in her kitchen. So I got this one to do for my mom for her kitchen. And this one I'm using the called for flosses for the most part. I think I had to make a color substitution here. Rock. Oh no, the Red Rocks is with my other. No, this isn't the one I had to make a substitution. My bad. I'm so sorry. But this is a combination of Weeks Dye Works and Classic Colorworks flosses in the called for. And they are these colors. This is coming off more purple than it is. I tried to have a natural light, but this is actually more of a gray than a purple. And the called for fabric was a 40 count flax from Zweigert. I'm not doing it on 40 count. I can't do 40 count. I can't. So I got a 36 count vintage country mocha, which I think is pretty similar to a flax. It has more modeling, obviously, than flax. Flax is just plain, but I thought that would look, it would look good on this. So hopefully it will. Hopefully with my flosses, nothing's gonna blend in too much, I don't think. I think we're gonna be good with that. So I had to do, so I did do that fabric conversion there, just because I thought. Then there were a couple things that I couldn't remember what my thinking was. Okay, this one is not these two are not, those are not market purchases. So I'm gonna keep going with my market purchases. And then we'll talk about the other things that were non-market purchases. I'll just show them to you just for the heck of it. These next couple things I did not kit up. I just got patterns. So from Kathy Barrick, I got this one, From Velvet to Linen. And this is another one of those, you know, folk art, more like a modern folk art type look. And she says on this, I thought this was interesting. I read this on the back. This design is my adaptation of an antique theorem painted on velvet in the early 1800s. Isn't that interesting? So she has this listed for NPI silks with a DMC conversion. I'm not a huge fan of NPI silks, so I might do a conversion, but I might do my own conversion from DMC into different silks. I don't know if I can find a conversion chart. You know how I am. I'm not very good with that, but I really, really love the darkness of these flowers. I think they're just gorgeous. So she does make a note here that DMC doesn't have a burgundy as dark as the NPI 149. And it doesn't have an olive green as dark as the NPI 346. And doesn't have a burgundy as dark as the 715. So, you know, just take that for what it's worth. If you're looking at this chart, like on 123 Stitch, and you can kit it up, you know, you might wanna make some changes. So this is, the stitch count on this is 138 by 174. The model was stitched on a 40 count almond milk from Grace Notes fabric. I am not going to do it on a 40 count because that's just crazy pants. And being 138 by 174, I think I can get away with probably doing it on a 32 count because that's my comfort level. And who cares if it's a little bit bigger. Then this one is my only disappointing purchase that I made. I wish that I had looked at or watched someone else's video before I purchased this book. So So I went ahead and purchased the Haunted Stitches book from the Primitive Hair, the collection. Okay. Now, this is supposedly has 6 Halloween cross stitch patterns in it. I really love Halloween stitching, and I like primitive hair. So I thought, can't lose, right? Now, this was a bit expensive. 1, 2, 3 Stitch, this was $39.59. Now, I can't show you the patterns, of course, but I can maybe show you a couple of pictures. I'm just, it's not my style. I am pretty disappointed. Out of these 6 patterns that are in here, there is probably 1 that I would stitch. I mean, out of 6 for $40, that's not. And look at, and I also thought for $40, this would be a normal size book, not a pamphlet size book. So the patterns that are in, think about it, there's 6 patterns in there. They're very, very teeny. So you're gonna have to put them on a scanner and blow them up because they're little, and they're just not my style. And don't take that for gospel, because they might be they might be very, very much your style. But just, I wish I hadn't, but I've got it. So there you go. All right. Then I also got, now this is a purchase that was like I wasn't sure about it, but I'm super, super glad I got it. Now this is called the Humble Homestead. I want to find this on here. Hold on, give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to pause you guys and come back in just a second, because there's another one that I started on and I got a fair amount, I think, done, and I want to show you where I'm at with that. But it's over there on my by my stitching chair. I want to find this though. Oh, My Humble Homestead Cross Stitch Limited Edition Kit. Now this was also a little bit pricey. This was $44.99 from 1, 2, 3 Stitch. Okay, it's this box, right? Okay, it pulls out. Pulls out, and you've got 7 Gentle Art Simply Shaker and Sampler Thread colors. And they are these. And then you've got a piece of linen, okay? And then you've got a pattern. And what you do, and then this is the inside of your box. It's a very, very nice box. So the point is, and I wish that this was bigger so that you could see it, because I can't show you the pattern, and there's not a photo on the pattern. But you can look it up on 123stitch.com if they have any left. It's called My Humble Homestead. But this is what it's going to look like. Oh, see if I can get that to be not... See how it's just a farmhouse with some chickens playing in the yard and a dog out there and a tree in the moonlight and a fruit basket and a flower. Super, super cute. I really, really like it. So it has the instructions in there. So this is, the finishing idea is that you stitch it on here and then put some batting on the top of here and put this on, put your finished piece on top of here and then paint. She gives instructions on what to paint the box with to give it that antique look, that rustic look. And I really like this. I was a little bit iffy about ordering something like this, but I really like it. So I'm excited to do this one. My only problem is I have a hard time stitching in hand. I really prefer to stitch with a hoop or a frame. And this is such an odd shaped piece of fabric I don't think I have a hoop or anything that I'm going to be able to fit that in. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do there, but we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. So I am happy with that. That was a little bit of a splurge purchase that I kind of threw on at the last minute, but I'm happy I did it. Okay, I also got, let's see here, from Twin Peak Primitives, which I really love them. I've done a couple of their kits. This is Anna Kabur 1801. I'm going to take it out of the plastic just so it doesn't glare to show you. It is a reproduction sampler. And I got this, of course, because of the chickens. You know, I'm a crazy chicken lady. And I really love, it just looked like a good relaxing stitch with being all one color. So yeah, I'm really liking the looks of that. This is done on, let's see if it says what the model was stitched on, but I'll show you what I'm going to stitch it on. Dun, dun, dun. So it doesn't say what the model was stitched on. It just says you could use a 14 count natural Aida or a 28 count natural linen. So it is 138 by 177 stitches, and it calls for just DMC 321, which is Christmas red, which is what I'm going to use. And I ordered 28 count raw linen, and I thought that that looked the best with, you know, the closest to what that was stitched on. And then I got my 321. So that's ready to go. How do you like how I did all this? I got everything just all ready to go. So yeah, I really enjoy Twin Peaks, or Twin Peak. I guess it's not Twin Peaks, it's Twin Peak. The next thing I got is, oh, where's my fabric for that? I'm having a little bit of a fabric crisis because I don't remember what I got for what. I've got some stuff in here that I'm not sure. I'm just not sure what it goes with. So this is from Autumn Lane Stitchery. I also love Autumn Lane, and this is called Witch's Hollow. And that is made with all DMC, and I just love that. And the fabric that was used for the model was called, dun, 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 28 count Pumpkin Patch by Bestitch Me. Now 123 Stitch did not have that, so I got this 28 count relic from Picture This Plus, which I think is going to be just fine. It's not going to be quite as orangey, but I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with it. I think it'll still, I might not be okay with it. I might want to go ahead and hold out and get an orange, because this is such a, I mean, I'll definitely use this fabric for something. It's definitely a, you know, a fabric that will go with many other projects, especially now that I look at the fabric or the flosses on there. Yeah. See, I placed such a big order, and I placed a couple of orders, so it was really hard for me when I got this. I was putting things in and out of my cart, and so I think I left some parts of projects in my cart and deleted some others, and I think because I ended up with some things that I'm not sure of. So that's what the floss would look like for that project on that. And I think I do want it to be a little bit more orange for the background. We'll see. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. That's not one I plan on doing right away, so we'll think about it a little bit more. Okay, the next thing I bought, and I'm really glad that I got this. This is, I want to see how much this was because I'm super glad that I got this, and I didn't realize it was going to be as nice as it is. Gifts of the season, gifts of the season. Yeah, okay. So, Gifts of the Season by Blackbird Designs is a very nice sized book with 4 patterns in it. 4 patterns inspired by an English sampler. And they're all good size. Well, not all of them, but 2 of them are good size patterns. So you've got this one, which is the one that I initially was looking forward to. But then you've got this one, which is a 200-year-old sampler by Jane Fawns. This is the Jane Fawns sampler. And this is the one that I ended up buying everything for and to do. Isn't it? Maybe it isn't. I thought it was. I thought I bought the floss for that. Oh, yeah, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. But I don't think that's the correct, because that's 14 count. See, I think this is supposed to go with this. Okay, yeah, this is supposed to go with this. So for this, I got 36 count parchment linen from Fiber on a Whim. Let me just open it real quick so you can see it without the plastic. Because I think that that looks nice and rustic, just like that old sampler does. And it calls for a combination of Weeks Dye Works and Gentle Arts Sampler and Classic Colorworks flosses. Now, this is the one I did have to, actually, I take that back. It does not call for, okay, these are possible substitutions. The blue that it called for, it was a Weeks Dye Works blue, and they didn't have it in stock. And I thought that this was something I wanted to stitch right away. So I bought these 3 colors, and I'm going to try to match them in replace. So this is what we're looking at here. Whoops, let me. Ooh, that's smelling good. I'm making bean soup today, guys, and I just put my ham on to boil the bone down. It's starting to smell good in here. Oh. Okay, so that's what we're looking at, and I'm thinking, as I'm just looking at this in the camera, I'm thinking I'm going to go with this floss right here for the blue. I think that's the one I want to go with. I think the Weeks Dye Work color it called for was like duck egg or something like that they didn't have in stock. Let me see if I can find it. Find the list. Dove. I'm sorry. Yeah, it called for Dove, which the DMC conversion for it is 927. So we'll see. But this is a big guy. This is 346 by 336. So it's a big guy, and the fabric that it that it calls for in the pattern is a 36 count doubloon from Picture This Plus, which maybe that's why I had this with this, because this is doubloon, but it's only a half yard of 14 count, and I'm certainly not going to do, that's not going to work for that. So I think I just bought this to have it, because doubloon is a good one to have around. Or maybe I got it to do this small guy here. I'm not sure, Gifts of the Season. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Who knows what I was thinking at the time. That was a while ago. Took a while to get this order in. I'm still waiting on a couple of items, actually. So, okay, that, and that is all of my, that's all my market stuff from 123 Stitch. I do have a couple more market items that I ordered from an Etsy shop called Tar Heel Needlework Shop. First time I ordered from them, they shipped extra special fast, and it was very nice that they did that. So the first one I got, I couldn't resist this. It's kind of not my style, but in a way it is. It's from the Artsy Housewife. It's called A Study in Garden Fairies. Isn't that just cool? I just loved it. 157 by 247 stitches. And they're using 40 count Mocha by Weeks Dye Works and some Classic Colorworks, Gentle Art Sampler, and DMC flosses. So I did not get any, I didn't get the stuff to go with it. I just got the pattern. That's a someday. That's a someday stitch. That's not gonna do it right now. Now this is, I want to do it right now, but I did not get I didn't kit it up. This is the Naughty or Nice stocking by Teresa Kogut. And I just love it. I just love it. Again with the folk art. I'm real big into that right now. So I just think that that's so super stinking cute. And it looks, I mean, there's a lot of, you know, it actually has, it's all DMC. Which is, oh, no, I take that back. It's not all DMC. There's a couple Weeks Dye Works. So the reds are in here as Weeks, which I can see that. I think I would want those reds to have a little bit of variegation or modeling, or, you know, I'd want them to be over dyed floss, I think, for the reds. I can see that. I can see that for sure. But it looks like it would be, I mean, it's quite big, but it looks like it'd be an easy stitch. Not a lot of like crazy color changes, but a nice color blocking in there. So the stitch count is 169 by 455, but that's just because of the shape of it. I'm going to have to get a big old piece of something to stitch that on, aren't I? Yeah, that's why she did it on 40 count. But I probably will do it on 36. Okay, the next one, and this is my, oh, nope, I got two more here. The next one is by Erin Elizabeth Designs, and it's called Winter Tree. And this is just a cute little smallish guy. Isn't that just, it's nice because it is. It's not a Christmas tree. It's just a winter tree. It's just something you could have out all winter. And I love the way that she framed that. You know what that is, I think, is an old clock that she just took the face out of and, you know, put the, doesn't it look like one of those old-fashioned clocks? So the stitch count on that is only 54 by 82. So that would be a nice quick stitch. And it's calling for DMCs, which is nice. And it was stitched, the model was stitched on 28 count Ren by Picture This Plus Lugana. Nice. Super cute, super cute. All right, and then the last one I got is one that I want to stitch super, super bad, and I wish that I had the everything I needed to stitch it. This is by Hello from Liz Matthews. It's the 12th Day of Christmas sampler and tree. So it's two patterns. One is for the sampler, one is for the tree. They're very similar. I'm gonna do the sampler. Again, it's that folk art look. I am absolutely in love with the colors and the border. Check out that border. Isn't that just neat? I love the border on this. I cannot wait to stitch this. So she gives the floss in both NPI and DMC. I'll probably do it in DMC. And it's 97 stitches by 132 stitches. So not too bad. Stitched on a 36 count fog. I picture this plus is what this model was stitched on. But I'll find something. Maybe I'll use that doubloon. Yeah, maybe I would. Yeah, maybe not. All right. Anywho. All right, now I'm just going to show you the few things that I got that were not Nashville Market purchases, but they're just things that I got. This one I have been eyeing up for a super long time, and I finally went ahead and did it and kitted it up and everything. And it's... Now, you're going to have to forgive me on my pronunciation with this because I know that I am not going to say any of this correctly because I don't speak whatever language this is, Italian maybe. So this is by... I'm so embarrassed. I'm not even going to say it out loud. I'm just going to show you. This is what it is. It's this Christmas sampler by this person. And this is what it's called. I'm not going to murder it. I'm just not going to do it. But I am in love with this. I'm absolutely in love with this. And this again is, I don't stitch much for myself, but this is one that is going to be mine, all mine. And I got all the DMCs that go with it. And I am going to stitch it on this 32 count lamb's wool linen. I think that's what I'm stitching it on. Yeah, 32 count lamb's wool. So super excited. I don't know why I didn't start that one. I think I'm going to actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to start that one. Yeah, for sure. Instead of, yeah, that Ink Circles one I kind of started, I'm going to start that one. Then I had been eyeing up this little guy for quite a while. I didn't get everything to make him, but, you know, I had, my favorite dog in my world was my dog named Snail. So I always look for things, you know, that have snails, like cute snails. And I am a big fan of like skulls, especially like skulls and flowers. So I've been eyeing this guy up, and I'm going to stitch this one of these days. It's by Bad Stitch, and it's called the Snow. Snail Skull? Snow. Just DMCs, and it's, let's see, 75 by 69 stitches. So it's just a little guy. So one of these days I'll stitch him just for fun. Then this next one, I stitched for my mom for Christmas this past year, from Cottage Garden Samplings. It was a Christmas something, but this kind of goes right along with it. It's kind of the same style, and I just thought it was so stinking cute. So I thought I would do this one for her for next year. Now I got, and it's just with DMC. Whoops. DMC that I'm throwing all over the place. Is what it's called for, is DMC. And I'm stitching it on, picture this plus Nocturne. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to stitch it on 32 count or 40 count. So we'll see. I have both. And the reason I have both is because the one thing that I have still on back order is also stitched on Nocturne. And so whichever one that goes with, this will go, you know what I'm saying. One goes with one and one goes with the other. And I don't remember which is which. yet, so I'll figure it out when the other order gets here. Okay, then, I know you guys, I've been doing some damage lately. I gotta stop. I have officially, I think what I have to stitch has exceeded my lifetime. This is something that I have had in my cart forever. From Pine Mountain Designs. This is old, from 2005. It's called Be Jolly. And it's a little pillow kit. So it comes with the pillow with the, you know, it's got the printed, actually that's a different, that's quite different fabric than what's, I might do a different pillow. So I'm not sure that I love this fabric. So it comes with your Ada and your floss, and you stitch it and then you stick your little thing in there. And it's supposed to cut, oh, and this little star and button. And I just thought it'd be a little fun thing for Christmas. Little fun Christmas stitch. So I got that. Then I also got, I'm not sure why let me make sure there's nothing else in here. Oh, I got myself a new chart holder. You don't care about that. I also got, and I'm not sure why I got this. I got that 14 count half yard. I don't know why I got a half yard of doubloon in 14 count. I don't know why. I think that was a mistake. But then, get this. Now this is the one that's a really big mistake, a very costly mistake. I bought a whole yard, 36 by 57, of smoky quartz in 16 count Ada by Fiber on a Whim. Now it's beautiful fabric, it's very pretty, but what would I need an entire yard for in 16 count Ada? I don't know. That was a mistake. That had to have been a mistake. I mean, I'm not going to send it back or anything. I'll keep it, but I don't know why I have no idea why I ordered that. No idea. No idea. All right, my last couple things, and then I promise I'll let you go because, whew, it's been a while. My last couple things that I got were not market purchases either, but they have been in my cart for a while, and I thought I might as well do it. So these are both from Cooler Design Studio, and this one is King of the Roost and his girlfriend Henrietta Hen with her baby chicks. So you guys all know that I am the crazy chicken lady. These are going to eventually, when they get stitched, go in my kitchen, and I love them. And yeah, there's quite a few colors in these, so I got all the DMCs for it. And then I also got, it was called, the fabric that they wanted you to, that they suggested, they did not have at 1, 2, 3 Stitch. So I looked for possible substitutions, and I think I settled, so they asked for 14 count Desert Cream, and I couldn't find that, so I got, picture this, plus 14 count Chalice, which is like a peachy, and now that I'm looking at it, I don't think it's going, it might be okay. It might be okay. Yeah. It might work. Otherwise, I could probably use the doubloon, or I could but I got a half yard, so half a yard should be plenty to do both. 26 by 35. Let's see, 14 count, 20s. 14 count, says I would need 11, 7, well, let's say 12 by 10. 24 by 30. Yeah, I'll have enough to do both with this half yard. So I probably will use that. But that is what I got from Nashville Market and et al. And a bunch of other stuff, right? A bunch of other stuff that I thought I needed, that's been in my cart forever. And I thought, you know, I might as well just get everything and be happy. So this was my little shopping spree treat. Oh, I've got that one last thing to show you. Actually, you know what? I'll show it to you in my next video as a whip. It's also a market purchase, but that'll get you to come back and watch my next video of my regular Flosstube. So thanks you guys for joining me on my market haul, and I hope you saw something you liked and you enjoyed it, and I'm glad you hung out with me. All right, I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.